Hi guys, this is your guy, your tech guy, Gundo Prosper, and I have some more updates on AI. And yeah, before we go further, right, just like this video, subscribe, and don't forget to share it with your friends, right? So today I want to discuss uh, artificial super intelligence. I'd say artificial super intelligence sorry, versus AGI, right? So we've been talking past on our videos and just all around everywhere where people met me, we'll be talking about uh, general intelligence. Have we reached that? And our last video, we shared benchmarks from industry. You can go watch that video from the industry where they're testing all these models to say, can they reason? And many of them can reason at I'd say 89% of a general person, or I'd say, was this an average person would, yeah, they would go the 89% of what an average person could reason like, including can this model reason like somebody who is in university, etc. And etc. Right? So, and then now there's more talk about super intelligence. So, and then we get to ask ourselves, okay, why did the global tech industry move away from AGI to ASI, right? AGI, artificial general intelligence, ASI, artificial super intelligence. So, what is the super intelligence part of this thing? So, the super intelligence part of this thing is they want AI, or us, the industry, we want the AI to be able to be more intelligent than a human being or an average human being, right? So it has to go and do tasks that human being probably might not be there yet. So, and because I always give my opinions on such things, so this, it's just my take. It's not an industry take, right? It's how I think of this thing. Do I think that in the next 2 years we're gonna have a computer that has more intelligence than a human being? I think absolutely. If we have to check also how human beings' cognitive abilities are declining, we have less painters because more people want to prompt and generate stuff. Uh, Many people no longer want to go and do stuff themselves. There was a challenge recently where somebody was like, I want people to go design a graphic for their product, which they are selling alcohol. And most of the participants and people who were contributing to that competition, right, they were using generated images. We're like, no, bro, but anyone else can go do that, can go generate. And how I would see that they generated is because some words were flipped down, uh, and etc. So because the AI sometimes they flip stuff so that they don't get sued when they infringe copyright. So you get words that are flipped if you ask words, and those people didn't go and say, okay, let me go check, because they are not great graphic designers. A great graphic designer, even after generating, they were gonna go change that thing. So yeah, so that's where the thing is. So I do think that would have an intelligence that is superior than a lot of humans, or majority of the humans, because majority of the humans are not putting in time to sharpen their brain anymore. We don't sharpen our brains. We don't go and train our brains the same way we go to gym and train our muscles. Training our brains is dying. That task is dying. And then, okay, cool, if we are saying that we're going to reach that place where we have a super intelligence, something that is more intelligent than human beings, what challenges is this thing gonna pose, like, give us, like, it's people gonna just start falling from the sky, dying and stuff like that? Yes, I think that people are gonna start to die. We're gonna get a lot of male suicide, basically. because men are wired to be hard workers, to go out there and actually use their body, including their brain, to work. So when you get human beings that men, let me use men, the male side of the humans, right? When you get them not doing anything and they are contributing less to their families, right? And because men are loved conditionally, the societal value of a man would fall. This means that men are gonna start killing themselves. So yes, people say no, people are gonna lose their jobs. Okay, losing jobs isn't much of a problem, as much as people need jobs not because of only money. They need jobs so that they can be valued in their society. That is why when men meet each other sometimes, they call themselves generals, my leader, my chief. So they try to hype themselves up, brush themselves up. They try to comfort each other by giving themselves this super, my president, this super titles and stuff like that. So now you going to take the little thing that people have, where they have to say, oh, I'm a supervisor at this place, because if you have a good manager in a company, they would rather just use the super intelligence to be the one that dishes out tasks to people that would still be able to work. Because if it can reason, it means that it can reason to say, okay, this task is absolute, this task has higher priority, this copy deck it's crap, let's generate another one. And then they use they use agents to dispatch and then create all those other tasks. So agents will go do those tasks from a super intelligence. That means that a human being might not be wanted as much as we want human beings to be wanted. So yeah, and then the economic impact of it is, yes, companies will make big money, but the small companies now will not be able to compete unless they go and buy super intelligence, which they're buying it from who? The big companies. We've already seen how there's a rush in this, because the one that comes with the super intelligence, the first one to come with it, it's going to be the one that is richer. They will have a monopoly capital. So the person that get the super intelligence become a monopoly capitalist. So that is why Mark Zuckerberg is going on and recruiting everyone who's good with AI, and then paying them a lot of money. Some people are getting paid 500 meter per year, some 100 meter in dollars. This is talking about dollars. So you got Mark Zuckerberg spending 14 billion just to have super intelligence. The reason for this is that he knows that the race is on. Whoever get this right, get to be the leader in this world. So the small companies would just have to go pay for a service to use Mark Zuckerberg's ones, or what's this Open AI one, because I think it's Open AI versus Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, when it comes to the AGI and the generative AI that we already have, yes, Google have it with their Veo, but I think Mark Zuckerberg is going to win this race, and this is not financial advice. I'll rather go bet on him. I'll put more money on Facebook. Yes, I'll buy Facebook stock. It's me who'll do that. I'm not saying you should go do that, because this is not financial advice. So yeah. Either way, when it goes to ethics, I don't think we should mostly say, okay, fine, we want something intelligent than humans, and then we give them everything to say, hey, be my leader. We don't want computers to be leaders, because computers don't bleed. Why should they lead people who bleed? So there's going to be a lot of violations there too, because a super intelligence can come tomorrow and say, hey, for human beings to not be extinct, we need to do a Thanos on them. We need to cut half who this half are a problem to people. And then we get judges no longer listening to both sides, whether the defending lawyer and the prosecuting lawyer. the judges would just be lazy and be scrolling on their phone because they know that they can just feed whatever has been said to an AI, and then an AI would give them a report or a summary of how that case went and make suggestions. So you get somebody else taking suggestions from an AI. That's a dangerous path. It's very, very, very dangerous. You are going to a territory that is very, very dangerous. And then, yeah, because they'll say, okay, we got those people doing crime. For us to cut crime, we have to impose this. Human beings should be this. But this won't be human beings' ideas, because the human beings will not be thinking as much as they were thinking 10 years ago or 10 years ago or 100 years ago. So right now, they'll just outsource the thinking to ASI. So yeah, it's massive. But yeah, we're looking forward to it in 2 years' time. But we just have to go and put considerations on how this thing can be managed. And yeah, I think if you the race is on. Stop building stuff that are not gonna be useful. Start building stuff that the super intelligence can use. Yeah, super intelligence superior to human beings could find useful to use. Be a useful dude to the same way human beings have a deity, a God, Allah, and they every day they wake up to serve that God and be useful to that God. You're gonna need to start building things that are gonna be useful to this ASI. You're gonna need to be building stuff that is useful to human beings, and you're gonna be able to be doing stuff that AIs might not do, because the hardware part of it might be lacking, like plumbing. You ain't gonna get like a robot soon that gonna be like controlled to go do plumbing. Or yeah, you will get them, but they won't be one size fit all. So there'll still be somebody who has to say, okay, I'll prepare this for this AI, and the AI will choose from a vast hardware options to say, okay, let me go and do that. But other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing if in 2 years' time, my prediction is that in 2 years' time, Facebook would be a leader in ASI. And yeah, and then I'm betting on them. I'm betting on that horse. And right now, what I do is just to go follow Facebook stuff and read their papers, so that I can see where I would be useful. I have to be useful for this thing when they come out. Don't forget to like and then share it to your friends, and then you can comment what your fears are, so that we can digest them on the next video. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share with your friends.